Morning, everyone. Am I clearly audible and is the screen viewable for everyone? All right, great. Uh, I see only five, six people have joined in today's session for some reason. We'll wait for 2 more minutes for everyone to just jump in, and probably we'll start once everyone is here. Um, by then, any doubts, anything that anyone wishes to ask from last two sessions, I'm happy to answer. Anything at all. Okay, Saurabh. Okay. How many are done with assignments from week one? I can see about nine people in the session right now. So Ankush, okay. Guys, week one assignment. Is it done? Yes, no. Okay. Full kit. All right, Saurabh. Any particular reason, Saurabh? Did not understand the assignment, did not get time, whatever. What about others, guys? Week one assignment. Coyote, Manisha, Cecilia. Okay, Saurabh. Concerning last assignment, the last question on writing the email. How many emails are we supposed to write? Done, submitted. Just wanted to Coyote, it completely depends on the flow that you want to create there. It could be two emails, it could be four emails, completely dependent on that. What kind of flow you want to create. Okay, perfect. Manisha, Surja, okay. Ankush, I'm not supposed to share any of my personal details here. However, we can connect on LinkedIn. You can send me a ad request on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to connect on that platform. That's something Digital Vidya is very strict about sharing their personal details. And in regards to assignment, if you've got any questions, definitely you can connect with your coordinator. They will be able to help you with the assignment part. Okay. All right. Week two, guys. How many are done with week two? Ankush, in that case, you will have to coordinate with your coordinator if you're not on LinkedIn. Okay, great, Sumin and Coyote. What about others? Week two assignment, guys. Okay, don't see much people replying on that. Okay, not yet. Okay, Tanisha, no worries. That perfect. All right, guys, let's proceed ahead with today's session, which is majorly about conversions. Okay, Gaurav, take your time, but my request is do it before probably next week because like next week is our last session. So this particular module is for four sessions. Um, the reason is as I've already discussed in last week. there will be certification issues if you're not submitting the assignments timely, and really don't want you guys to suffer on that. So there's a complete turnaround time that has to be met along with the module that is going on. So they can only give you a week extension to submit the assignments, and within those time frames you need to finish it. Okay. So everyone in the session who's looking for some serious certifications, please go ahead and submit the assignments timely. Okay. So this week is all about conversions, and majorly we would be discussing what is conversion, how do we create conversion, and what is conversion rate optimizations, and how do we actually increase our conversions and other things. So before I start discussing more on this particular module, just want to have an understanding from the batch. What do you think is a conversion, guys? What do you think is a conversion? Converting lead into a sale. Okay, Saurabh. So converting potential customer into a buyer. Okay, I attending it from phone right now. Okay, Vaibhav. Not really sure if I can be of much help in that scenario. If you don't have a laptop right now, no worries. Converting our target audience into customers. Okay. So I see from three people who have just responded, Manisha, Coyote, and Cecilia. Sorry, even Saurabh. It's all about making money out there. Am I guessing right? This is what everyone is trying to say. Finally, getting a revenue out of a particular goal. Yeah. Okay. So let's understand first of all what is exactly what we want to do here in the digital sphere, and what we want to call conversion as, and then let's proceed at step by step here. So guys, conversions are basically classified into two broader and categories. Number one is micro conversion, and number two is macro conversion. Do we all understand what's micro and macro? Sure. In school you must have, if anyone is from science stream, you've heard these terms in chemistry, and people from commerce or other backgrounds have heard it with economics, microeconomics, macroeconomics, micro chemistry, macrochemistry. Yeah. So conversions are again classified into two broader categories, which are micro conversions and macro conversions. And then there are stages that we want to call in before we basically say a particular goal has been achieved, or a particular thing that we were trying to achieve has been converted. In case of digital, what do you think are what kind of various websites do we have? What all various websites do we have? So e-com websites, okay. What else? Other than e-com, guys, do we have content driven websites like news websites? Yeah. So all of us understand what's a conversion for an e-commerce website, like a bigger conversion, like people coming down to the platform and buying the product. Yeah, that's a conversion for a e-commerce website. But again, let's say for a content-driven website, what do you think is the conversion out there? So let's say for a news portal, what is the conversion out there? What kind of conversion does a news website or a content-driven website has? Subscription. Perfect. 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 What do you think for a product or a service-driven website when they're not selling online? What is the conversion out there? Product or service? Uh, okay. Awareness, number of visitors. Okay. Lead generation. Perfect, Kayode. That's one of the biggest conversions that people are looking at on a product or service driven website where there is no possibility of buying the product digitally. Perfect. So this is again, great that everyone understand what are these conversions on different kind of websites. Let's understand them step by step now. Quick question with everyone: how did you end up looking for a digital marketing program? What was the procedure, and how did you end up taking a course with Digital Vidya? What was the complete procedure? What was the very first step that you did? Okay, you went on Google, Cecilia. Okay, what after that? What did you type on Google? Yeah, what did you type exactly on Google? Digital marketing course. Perfect. What happened after that? Okay, Manisha, perfect in that scenario. All those who typing webinars. So, for example, Vidishri, uh, how did you come up with a webinar? How did you how were you able to attend a webinar? I'm sure you went on a website first. So Ankush, you typed best coaching on digital marketing course, digital marketing training online, and the institute. Okay, somehow someone called me to. Cecilia, was that a was that a cold call or did you inquire about it? Are you sure about it? Because at Digital Vidya we don't do that. They're all about people who have or someone that you know might have shared your contact details with us like a reference. Then obviously we could have given you a call, but not we don't do it with random people. So we don't end up calling people just to tell them about the program. Okay. So guys, when you went on Google, you typed the term, let's say, best digital marketing training program. What happened after that? So multiple results appear on Google, like few in ads and few in organic results. Yeah. Okay. After that, let's say one result is for Digital Vidya, second is for XYZ company, third result is for ABCD company, fourth result for DEF company. Uh, what do you do? Do you go on all four, or do you just go on one or two, or just on one? Okay. Ankush, you said okay. Go on all. What about others? Do you go on all of them, or just one or two? Okay, Gaurav, you're saying maximum one or two out of the top results. Perfect. Okay. So when you went on, let's say on the first two or first four results, what did you do after that? After going onto the website, let's say on four websites or three websites, you saw the reviews. Okay, just the reviews, guys, or did you saw the content as well? What is getting covered in a particular program? What's the duration of the program? Um, Similar things. Even the cost of the program. Did you compare that? Okay, Ankush, great. Okay, so once you compared that, what was the next thing that you did? I'm sure that's the same journey followed by everyone here. That's the reason I'm asking you these questions. Once you compared the content and things, okay, so Ankush, you gave us a call. What about others? Contacted them how? With Dishri? How did you contact? What was so Ankush and Gaurav gave them a call. Okay, you filled our contact form. Okay. Saurabh, how did you check references? What was the procedure out there? Did you check the reviews that were there online or anything else? Perfect, sir. So once you filled in that particular form, guys, and once you contacted us on a call, what happened next? So once you contacted us, got a follow up from representative. Okay. Was it same for everyone else? Did you get a call from us? Okay. Once the call was there, what, even an email. Perfect, guys. What happened next after that? Like an email or a call. What happened next? Were you invited for a demo session? Like an online demo? Yeah. Okay, Ankush, you were not called, or everyone was called. How is that possible? Ankush, you were not invited for a demo, everyone else was. Okay. Once you attended a demo, what happened next? Okay, Saurav. So all those people who attended the demo, what happened next with them? Started discussion on WhatsApp with the rep. Okay, Kayode. I'm sure it was same with everyone. You started a discussion with one of the counselors. Okay. So guys, quick question. till this stage, when you were having a final discussion with one of the counselors, did you pay anything? Anyone? Was there any kind of money involved till this stage? But on the other hand, do you think the company had already invested into you? Has the company, but till this stage, do you think that the company had already invested into you? For example, when you saw our advertisement on Google, you clicked on our advertisement, the money got deducted for company's account. Then, when you came down to our website, you filled in the contact form or you gave us a call, the representative you were talking with was being paid a salary, and obviously other office expenses that were going throughout that phase obviously are a part of the complete business structure. But till this stage, you have not paid anything. Even the demo part required some investment. Let it be an online demo using GoToWebinar platform or a Zoom platform. It's a paid platform that companies are using, and obviously they invest into it. And then they finally expect, yes, we will get some conversion out of these numbers, and then from there on, the complete revenue cycle works. So, guys, do we all understand this part? Once we are we have reached till this stage, then the revenue will fall into being. Perfect. So let me just explain it to you in the micro and macro conversion format, what I've just mentioned here on the screen. So this is called stage by stage conversion. So for example, stage one. So in every stage, you will have a micro conversion and a macro conversion. Stage one, micro conversion was when you went on to Google and searched about digital marketing platforms or digital marketing training programs, my result appearing with others is a micro conversion for me. So I'm competing with three other people to be on the first four positions. So my result appearing on that one position, it can be first, second, third, or fourth, is a micro conversion for me. The result appearing, that's it. That's a micro conversion. And what's a macro conversion for this stage? You clicking on my result is a macro conversion for stage one. Guys, did you get it? What I just wrote down here. Micro conversion for this stage was I am competing with three other people to be in the first four positions. My result appearing on the first four positions is basically a micro conversion for me, because there are 100 other players in the market other than me, and I am able to reach in the top four. That's a micro conversion. And you clicking on my result and coming down to my landing page or website is a macro conversion for stage one for me. So did you get it? What's a micro conversion and macro conversion for stage one? Okay. Stage two, micro conversion. So now the best part here is micro conversion for all the other stages would be the macro conversion for a previous stage. So for this stage, micro conversion was you clicking on my result, and macro conversion was you contacting me. It can be through call slash form slash webinar sign up, whatever. That's a macro conversion for this stage. So because there could be a possibility that you came down to my website, but you did not fill the form or you did not contact me. Guys, am I making sense out here? Clear for everyone? Yeah? Okay. Stage 3, micro conversion. Again, you filling up the details, contacting me was a micro conversion for stage 3. Macro, talking to my team and showing interest in a demo. Because there are a lot of times when a lot of people call or fill up a form or sign up for a webinar, but there are a lot of times when they are not reachable. So all those people who were reachable, who contacted my team and had a final conversation with them and showed their interest for demo, is a macro conversion for this stage. Yep. Stage 4, what's micro? Here again, you talking with my team and taking an interest in demo, and macro is you attending the demo session. Again, there are a lot of times when people show interest but they don't end up taking a demo. Does it happen with a lot of you? You sign up for something but you don't end up attending it because it was free? Oh, only with Coyote. What about others? Guys, you attend all demos, whichever demo you sign up for, or a webinar. Stage 5, micro conversion. You attending the demo, and macro was taking a final call to take admission or not. Or maybe in this case, obviously, to take an admission. If not, then that's not a conversion. Yeah. So taking up a final call to take admission. And then stage 6, Mike was taking up a final call. Macro is paying up for program. So guys, do you see all these six stages here? And do we all relate to these six stages? Yes, no? So what do you think? All those people who are saying yes, I can only see three although. At this stage, when we started our conversion window, for our organization, was this the final goal, or does it go on from here? Is this our final goal? Stage 6 macro conversion. This is what everyone said in starting today. What is when I asked what is a conversion, you said when converting a prospect into a customer. This is what we wanted to achieve. Yeah. So now, quick question: does it end here at stage 6 macro conversion? Does it end up here? So, oh, okay. Everyone says no. What do you think would be the next stage? Pulkit, what do you mean by after customer service? I'm completely talking about conversions here. I'm sure because this is where you start with the program. I'm talking from sales perspective. What do you think would be the next stage? If at all you're saying there's another stage, and that's for everyone. All those people who just said no, does it end here? You said no. Is there another stage involved after this? So okay, so guys, my simple question here is from sales perspective. Definitely, when you signed up for the program, you are here to attend the program. What happens after this? Let me take down stage 7. Perfect, Surja. Perfect. So in this stage, my micro conversion is paying up for the program and attending the program. And once you're done with the program, I'm looking at referrals from all my happy customers. I'm looking at referrals from all my happy customers. And this cycle keeps on going again and again, again and again. So even if you have given me a referral, would it be same cycle for everyone? So as in for all those people, let's say you give us 5 references each, and I call up those references, will they be going from stage 1 or will they be coming in from stage 2 or 3 or 4? So when I call those references, will they be going from stage 1 again, or will they be going coming in from stage 2 or 3? Think logically. So Surja says stage 1, Manisha says stage 3. So mean stage 1. What about others? Manisha, I believe you're saying Stage 3, because I guess Manisha, you took admission from a referral point of view. Someone must have shared your reference, and then you ended up taking an admission. Yeah, that's the reason I think you can relate with that more. Coyote, you're saying stage 4. Ideally, yes, they can end up doing anything, because even if someone's reference has been shared, they would want to do their own research work. But the chances are, when we already have their database, and let's say we give them a call, they might go on to Google and look directly for us rather than comparing from a generic keyword. They might directly go on to Google and type digital vidya instead of digital marketing training. Would you agree there, Ankush? So it means we are already filtering out the competition. Yeah. Now, if they like digital vidya, definitely they might end up using our services. If they don't, they might not end up using our services or digital marketing training at all. But in this scenario, whenever we get references, we see the highest rate of conversion, because the person who's being contacted uh, already has a ref point check. So, like a ref point check, as in they already have someone to get back to confirm whatever we're saying, is that true or not. And if yes, the conversion rate is almost 80%. Yep. Okay. So guys, one more thing. So let's understand the complete process here. So this is also about the funnel, if you remember, that we discussed in week 1. So what is the probability, let's say when we are on stage 1, if 1,000 people saw this, what do you think, how many came onto stage 2? What do you think could be a good? So stage 1 was 1,000, my result appearing was 1,000, and how many of them clicked on my result? If it's in first 4, the probability is obviously close to, in a good scenario, it can be going as high as about 900 people. Okay. Once 900 people are on my platform, what do you think would be a probability? How many people will actually share their contact details with me, either giving me a call or filling up a form? If they really like my content. Once people are on my platform, they really like my content, and how many would actually be giving me something? It would not be, on a good day, it could be somewhere between 90 to 150. So I'm assuming 10 to 15% conversion out of this stage. 10 to 15% of this number. Okay. What do you think? How much is coming down here in stage 4? If 90 to 150 was the rate here, what is the next one here? 75 to 100, 80 to 100, 60 to 70. I'm assuming it would be high, close to 80 90%. So again, 80 to 130 could be a number here. If it was 90, at least 80 people will talk to me. If it was 150, at least 130 would come back. Okay. Stage 5. What do you think could be the next one? Showing an interest and attending the demo. I would go with 50% here. 40 to 70, 65. Yep. What do you see here? Stage 6. I would again go with at least 50%, which is 20 to 32. So this is where I have realized my revenue. So if you see, out of every 1,000, what is my conversion rate here, guys? What do you think is the conversion rate here, which is converting into final revenue? If 1,000 people came down to my platform, which is approximately 2 to 3% of the revenue. So 2 to 3%. Now, what do you see? Is this a good figure or a bad figure? Is this a good figure or a bad figure according to you in terms of conversion? Okay, good for everyone, is it? So yeah, guys, it completely depends on the product cost. Number one, how do you want to calculate this conversion as good or bad? It completely depends on the product cost. But the idea of explaining you this complete process here is all of us understand what is conversion. Number one. Number two, should you be dividing those conversions into stages? Number three, need to figure out what kind of percentages are falling into place. So if you calculate it from stage 1 to stage 2, what do you think is the conversion? Almost 90%? Yeah. From stage 1 to stage 3, approximately 9 to 15% of this number. And then finally letting it go down, down, down further. So what we need to figure out in terms of conversion here is every time what is the procedure that we are following, what is the number of people that are coming to my platform, and things like that. So as a digital marketer, what do you think is good for you? getting these 1,000 people again and again, getting the new set of 1,000 people again and again, and then getting these numbers every month, or out of every 1,000 people, the idea should be increasing the number of conversions here. So if you want to increase our conversions, should we be focusing on getting new set of 1,000 people, or should we be focusing on getting more people at stage 6? So if you want to increase our revenues, should we be focusing on? So Ankush, according to you, more people on stage 1. So let's say if we got 2,000 people on stage 1, in that scenario, the final number on stage 6 would be at least 42, let's say 62, according to Ankush. Okay. Getting more people on stage 6, that's for Coyote. Okay. So I mean more people on stage 1 depends on the cost of conversion. So Saurabh, assuming that it remains stagnant, it remains stagnant, it remains same, then what would you be focusing? Then more on stake 6. Okay. So guys, this is where companies or a lot of people fail to understand. All those who just said more and more people on stage 1. So let's assume there are only 1 lakh people staying in India. Would there be a day that would come soon where would you find new set of 1,000 people? Number one. Number two, to get this 1,000 set of people, don't you think you would have to spend every time, maybe energy, maybe time, maybe uh, money to get this new set of 1,000 people? So spending of resources would be included every time. So let's say to get these 1,000 people, I've spent 100,000 rupees. So to get the next 100,000, next 1,000 people, I need to add 100,000 rupees here. What if I work on these stages and then finally increase this number rather than getting thousand, 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 thousand? Now, all those people who just said stage 1, would you agree for stage 6? Guys, if it's getting confusing, just type in confusing, confused. Or if you agree, then say yes. If you don't agree, just say no. So that I'll try and explain it to you with a different example. No, no, Ankush, I did not say people will come directly to stage 6. I said more conversions on stage 6. On stage 6. So assuming that I have a 1,000 set of people only, instead of 900, sorry, 90 here, should I be focusing on getting more conversion out of this 900, or should I be focusing more on getting more thousand people? That was the question. So instead of getting 90, should I be focusing on getting in 120 here? That was the question. So if I want to get more revenue here at the end, what should I be focusing on? Working in a efficient manner by converting more out of these 1,000 people, or should I be focusing on getting 1,000 people every time? That was the question. So again, with everyone here, guys, same thing. Do we want to still get more people on stage 1? Do we want to get more people on stage 6? Perfect. So everyone is now on the same page, which is getting more people on stage 6. The reason here is it's all about profitability now. If I want to increase my profits, what do I want to work here on is all those people who are available with me. How can I get more business from them rather than focusing on getting more set of 1,000 people? So trust me, guys, this is a practical experience that I'm telling you. People are most of the companies are focusing on getting these set of 1,000 people every time. They fail to understand why these 1,000 people only 20 to 32 people are buying. Where are these people losing? I'll show you a live example with this now. So let me just open a report from one of my client that I got yesterday on WhatsApp, and let's see from there on. So guys, this is Excel sheet viewable for everyone. Okay, let me just open the website as well along with it. Did I discuss about this client of mine in any of the sessions, last 2 or 3 sessions? Okay, so this client is based out of Delhi NCR. They are basically focusing on hearing aids. So they sell hearing aid devices for to all those people who have got hearing issues. So that's the client, and we're working on lead generation process here as an agency. And then obviously what we work here on is finally they how many people are getting converted into buying of hearing aids. Okay, that's the product that they're selling, and these are the places that they're selling throughout all over the country: Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Patna, and all these locations here. Okay, all right. So let me just show you a detailed report. This is for 310, which is yesterday, 3rd October 2020. So the number of leads that we generated yesterday were, if you see in the last column, it says total leads 97. That was the leads for yesterday. Okay, all those people who are saying no, I'm not sure what is that no for. Not able to see the Excel sheet? Guys, I'm not sure. Saurabh, Coyote, and Surja, what is that no for? Okay, was that for the client that I just said? I have not, okay, haven't mentioned it before. Okay, sorry, forgot. Ankush, I will discuss it. Let me just explain this. I will discuss it. I'll ask you to unmute and then I'll explain this. And Ankush, are you comparing it with digital Vidya courses? As in two different digital Vidya courses for 400 rupees and 30,000? Or is it someone else who's selling it for 400 rupees? Okay, in that scenario, I can't compare it. I thought you were saying one course for digital Vidya is for 400, other is for 30,000. Not really sure, Madi, what they're trying to sell for 400 rupees. Not sure. Okay, you'll have to contact them and ask them what are they selling for 400 rupees. Okay. So guys, so this is this report is for yesterday, and if you see the total amount of leads are 97, and on the left hand side it's telling you the sources from which particular source how many leads got generated. So this total column, if you see in the red, total leads is a sum total of lead section and patient section. So total is 67 plus 30 is 97. Okay. So lead is basically those which are in a section where we have further classified into junk, as in, let's say we got 42 incoming calls yesterday, out of that 12 were junk for us. It means nothing was of good. These customers were not interested in our products. It says out of service area were 2, as in the areas where we do not serve were 2 approximately. This was the untouched section, as in these leads came in but none of the employees were able to contact them. CIF is contact in future. How many of them said contact us in future, and how many were not reachable, NR. So these are the further classification of this leads column. And then all those who got contacted and were actually interested in our product are in the patient section. And then out of this patient section, how many actually were in the opportunity stage, as in where they were ready to buy our product, were 20. This is only for yesterday. Now let me show it to you for day before yesterday. That's the report for 2nd of October. That's the report for 30th of September. Sorry, 1st of September. Sorry, 1st of October, 86 leads. So day on day, we compare what are the sources that we are generating our leads from, how many are getting converted into different windows, and then on a monthly basis, we compare what kind of conversions did we have depending on the source and what kind of revenue were we able to generate, along with the budget spends on a day-to-day basis. So for example, if you see here, it says yesterday we spent about 15,380 rupees, on which 980 was spent on Google, oh sorry, on Facebook, and 14,400 was spent on Google. Versus when we, and the out of this 15 appointments got scheduled. If you compare it on second, we spent about 14,480, 880, 10 appointments got scheduled. Versus if you compare on third, 12,980, 10 appointments got scheduled. So week on week, what we are working on is the conversions, and then we finally want to work on our CRO, which is conversion rate optimization. As in, what we figure out here is we have got a fixed budget to spend on marketing. How can we get more conversion from the same amount of money spent on a day? How can we get more conversion on the same amount of money spent on a day versus on last week or last day? So guys, am I making sense here? Is it getting clear for everyone what we are trying to figure out here? Okay, I see only a few comments. Guys, Sunday morning, I understand. Think there's some energy required to be pumped in. All right, perfect. So, how do we get all these reports and how do we figure these out? Obviously, there are a lot of tools that are uh, coming into place for this. How many know about various CRM tools? Anyone who's using CRM tools for this, or for any other purposes in their organizations as of now, or heard about CRMs, customer relation management softwares? Yeah. So let me show you one of the tools here. So how many of you have heard about Zoho? So there are multiple platforms, guys, like Zoho or CRM tools like Zoho that help you understand all this. So let me just click on CRM, wherein you completely map a customer journey, and from there on you move on to the next level. So if you see here, it says, if you see this particular sales funnel, this is only for October month. Today we are on 4th of October. So this probably would be till 3rd of October. This is the amount of leads that we're getting, total leads, how many are converting into customers, how many are converting into prospects, and in last 3 days, how many sales have we done. Depending on the source as well, it gives you a complete customer journey. Okay. So as soon as the lead is basically fetched into the system, and from there on, the team works on these leads, and then they just update the status of those leads, and then towards the end of the day we find the report, what is the complete report out there. And on depending on the channel that we're using, we see a conversion window. So for example, incoming calls, we see approximately 34% conversion out there. Website leads, we see approximately 21.7% conversion. Facebook ads, we see approximately 33.3 percent conversion. So depending on the lead source, we see month on month what kind of conversion we are getting and how do we increase that percentage. That's the job of a digital marketer, not to get fresh set of leads every time out there in the market, because trust me guys, it becomes a challenge after a certain point of time to get those fresh leads out there. So you might start a great journey, but 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the line, you'll start facing a challenge to get those fresh set of leads. The only way to get a better conversion is to get more revenue is to work on your conversion rate optimization. How do you fill that gap? So how do you increase this percentage from 21 to 22 to 25 to 28 to 29 to 30? And that's basically going to drive your company's revenue cycle. Okay, so this is the biggest mistake made by a lot of companies out there, a lot of marketers out there. They look for these fresh set of leads every month. They don't focus on this conversion rate, but the conversion rate optimization is the only thing that will drive your revenue. Okay, so Cecilia, have you been using the same platform for Zoho, like the CRM part or anything else? Okay, only for calls. Perfect. All right. So guys, let's move on to the presentation now and proceed ahead from here. I hope what is conversion is clear for everyone, and what do we want to achieve in terms of conversion rate optimization is also clear for everyone. All right. So this is what we are going to discuss in today's session. Moving ahead. So we already discussed about role of conversion in digital marketing. We would be focusing on customer psyche after this. Role of conversion, again, we've talked about a lot of people coming down to our platform. How do they come? With the help of SEO, with the help of ads, emails, social media platforms. We increase our reach, we increase our online presence, we do audience aggregation that we did last week. They finally convert into leads. How do they increase into sales numbers? Is with the help of conversion optimization, and this is what we want to focus on today. So if you see this particular picture out here, what do you think is the conversion? So when you see this ad for Jabong, or when you see this ad for Jungly, or when you see this ad for Digital Vidya, what is the conversion for this particular stage? Okay. So I mean you're saying click the link. What about others, guys? What do you think is the conversion for this stage? Only two people are saying click on the link. Sale, is it, Cecilia, directly? So you've seen this advertisement on some platform. What's the conversion for this particular? So guys, it is actually written in front of you. If you see here on the top, add to visit. So when you see an advertisement, the conversion is you visiting that particular platform. So for example, if you click on this ad, where would you land? Where would you land? On a landing page with this shoe, or maybe on an iPad page if you click on this for Jungly, or on Digital Vidya website if you click on these. Okay. Facebook post to visit slash lead. So whenever you publish content on Facebook, let it be organic content. So a link like this, what's the conversion? Again on a landing page, you're landing and converting into a lead or a visit. Same from Twitter. Emails. We discussed it in last session as well. The same um, example. With the help of multiple call to actions, so once they are on the particular platform, they basically like your post. What is happening here? Audience aggregation, what we discussed last week. So let's say all those set of people who are liking this particular post, we are putting them into a particular basket, and then showing them similar type of content because they're the one who liked this format of content or type of content. So we're so even audience aggregation is a conversion. Putting them into various baskets. So once they are on a particular platform, they have not taken any call to action. Depending on what kind of form they are filling, we are basically aggregating them. Even that's a conversion. So let's say when they are on our website, they see multiple call to actions. I'll just show you this one. So there you go. So guys, what all call to actions can you see right now on this particular page? Just write the button name, whatever call to action that you see. What are the different call to actions right now in front of you? Okay, call. Is it email or is it submit button? So mean. What about others? Only Akash and Somin are answering. Subscription. Where do you see that? Coyote, there is no subscription button here. Call us and submit, two call to actions. Okay. Let me just scroll it down. What is the call to action that you see now? Free trials and even our latest product. Okay. What about now? What is the next set of call to action? View products, download pricing. What else? These are not name of cities. So if I, for example, if I click here on Mumbai, I go down to my Mumbai landing page. So these are location call to actions. Okay. What about now? What's the next call to action that you see? Okay. What about now? Perfect. Even this one, book now. And now? Okay. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Do you see 12 different call to action buttons on a single landing page? So guys, I just counted 12 different call to actions on a single landing page. And these are all pointing out to a different set of forms. So I'll show you how. So for example, if someone clicks on this download pricing, they will be landed to a platform where they have to give their name and a 10-digit mobile number, and they will receive an SMS on their number where they will get a PDF file for the product, and so basically a product brochure along with the pricing. versus if someone clicks on, let's say, Bangalore, they are going to land on a page where we have got our Bangalore address, and what they can do is simply click on appointment. They're coming down to this particular platform. Do you see a different form out here? Versus, let's say, if someone clicks on a try now button, let's see where do they land. On a different form again. So whenever anyone is clicking onto a particular button out here on a different call to action button, they are being redirected to a platform wherein they have to furnish some of their details, and then from there on they move on to the next part. Perfect, guys. Once they are basically a part of a particular list now, so all these forms have got a different lists attached to them at the back end. Once they are part of a particular list, according to the list we have created a customer journey after this. So someone who's clicked on call us button will be kept in a different funnel. Someone who's filled up this form will be kept in a different funnel. Someone who has downloaded our pricing would be kept into a different funnel. Someone who has visited our different location, whichever landing page, and then filled up a form will be going into a different funnels. So this is how we have created a structure for us after the call to action has been taken by them. So this is what I was trying to show you through this particular slide, as in depending on what call to action someone has taken, they are coming into a basket, and from there on we have created a complete customer journey for them. So guys, did we all understand with the help of this live example that I showed you? So you need to map your customer journey just like this. Once they are onto your platform, what will happen if they take a certain action? Which part of the journey will they become a part of? Only 3 people are saying yes. I'm not really sure why. Others did not understand it or just did not respond. Okay. Finally, for example, converting visit to a lead, lead to a sale. Okay, Ankush, what did you not understand? Which part? Which part here? Ankush, is it possible for you to unmute?
So question that you have.
Sorry, your voice just went. I'm not able to hear you, Ankush. Sorry. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
So that question you have asked now, that you have saying that 3 people have tell yes only or not responding and not understand the question.
Okay, so my question here was, did you all understand the journey here with the help of multiple call to action that I just showed you on this website, how they are coming part into different funnels? If you understood it, I asked yes. If you did not
Yes, yes,
understand
sir.
it, just say no. So you've understood it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
perfect. Thank you. So Moving on from visit to a lead to a sale. These are all examples of different stages of conversions that we cater to. All right, guys. Okay. Let's take a break, and after the break, we'll start with customer psyche part. So the time right now is 11:20. 11:50 we should be back. Okay. A good 30 minutes break. Perfect. I'll just type the time in, and so that it's clear for everyone. Alright, guys, are we back? Just type in yes if we are. Guys, just type in yes if we are back in session. Okay, Surja, Manisha. What about others? Just two people. Vidyashri. It's already 11:50. Okay, so probably we'll start. Others can join in as per their wish, and we the recording once things are getting covered already. So okay. So the next part we want to discuss is understanding customer psyche, wherein what is customer psyche, which we already discussed in week one, seeing this graph where we said only 2.1% people coming down to my platform are the one who are ready to buy my product. 2.1 would never buy my product, and the majority is not ready to buy it. So our goal as digital marketers is to work on this 95% people. So this is where we work and increase our conversion percentage. So they're not ready, they're not saying no, they're not saying yes, they say we're not ready. And as marketers, depending on how we work on this process, we keep on increasing our conversion rate, because once we keep on working on this 95%, we see more and more people into this window which is ready to buy. How do we do that process is we'll work on that in today's session. The reason we need to work on this is because majority of them do not want to take risks. So how many of you love to travel? How many of you love to travel, like road trips? Anyone else? Just two people? Pulkit, Surja, Sumin. So guys, just tell me, whenever you were taking a road trip and whenever you basically going along a highway, do you prefer eating into local restaurants, or do you prefer brands like Haldiram, or maybe coffee brands like Starbucks and things like that? You prefer to go on a branded one, or do you prefer local places to eat? Surja is into local, so main one brand, Vidirshi local, Pulkit local. What about others? So you prefer eating on local dhabas on the highways or the freeways? Okay. So all those people who just said local, guys, are you skeptical before ordering food regarding food quality? All those people who just said local, my question is to them: are you skeptical about food quality whenever you're ordering food at a place where you have never been before, or are you okay with it? Vidishri, you are skeptical. Okay. What about Pulkit and not sure Surja? Okay, Surja. Never thought of being skeptical. So you're comfortable ordering anywhere, and you're not really concerned will they give you hygienic food or not. Okay. Imagine ordering on a branded outlet on a highway. Would you be skeptical then with this? So let's say on a Haldiram or a Bikaner wala, you ordering food on a branded outlet. Would you still have your concerns out there? No. What's the reason? Because you understand the food quality and the food standards. Am I correct? You've been there before, obviously on a different outlet, but you understand that they maintain food standards and food quality. So majority of people prefer that because they do not want to take risks. So majority is risk averse. They do not wish to take risks. So we are understanding customer psyche here. So when people are not ready to buy, what are the reasons they're not ready to buy? They don't wish to take risks. Do you think they a lot of people are willing to think more, or they want to think less? If I ask you, would you want to think more or think less? Everyone, 12 of you in this session right now. Whenever you want to make a buying decision, do you wish to think more or think less? Okay, Pulkit. And Vidyashri, Suja says think less. Even Coyote says think more. Okay. So, but trust me, guys, nobody wants to think more. So, there's this great book here. I'll share a PDF copy probably next session with you guys with this one, which will actually make you understand whenever a customer comes down to your platform, they really don't want to do is think. And we'll see a video right now. We'll see a video right now regarding a website. So whenever anyone is coming down to our platform, all they want is give me an answer. How many of you are comfortable filling forms like these? If you're comfortable, just say yes. If you're not, just say no. Which is asking this much information from you. Perfect. How many of you believe whenever you give someone a reading material, they actually read or do they actually scan? They scan as in they just read the headlines and the pointers out there. If I give you a piece of article, would you read it in depth or scan it and only go in for the major pointers out there? Mostly scan, yeah? Perfect. Do you have questions like these whenever you're doing, let's say, online shopping? So are these some similar blocking questions you have, let's say, whenever you're buying from a new platform or even from an old platform for a particular product or service? So let's say you're buying a product from Amazon. You want to know if there is a return policy with it. What is the cost? Does it have a free shipping and things like that? Yeah. Will these be your blocking questions most of the time? Perfect. So this is what is customer psyche all about? Majority are not ready to buy. They do not wish to take risk. People really don't want to think. They want a friction free experience, as in, for example, if they're clicking on a particular link, if it's taking time to load, trust me, they're going to bounce off. People don't read, they only scan. And there are blocking questions in people's mind, in people's head. So this is what we want to address, with the help of which, once we are able to address it, we can easily increase our conversion rate. How do we address it? Let's see. So these are basically the entry points on my platform. People can come down to my website through ads, emails, landing page, blogs, post, homepage, etc. So what we need to do is moving people from entry points to our goals, which is simply either a sale, convert them into a lead, or at least for a trial. So for example, when we took an example for Netflix in last session, what we were saying, till the time they were offering free trial, or as in 1 month free subscription, that was a free trial period. And a lot of softwares give you these. So for example, how many of you have heard about Get Response? So let's say if you go to Get Response, and that's an email marketing platform, they'll give you a 30-day free trial. It says sign up free. It clearly says no credit card required, 30-day free trial, cancel anytime. So converting them into a trial, either a lead, or maybe platform like Amazon or Myntra or Flipkart, they directly want people to buy the product. So moving people from entry points to our goals, which is obviously sales, lead, or trials. What we need to do here is basically map our customer flow. This is what I just showed you on Zoho platform as well. How many people visited our website, how many signed up, how many actually filled in the survey form, and then how many actually further got converted in buying the product. So we want to create this complete mapping of our customer using funnel. And then, as I discussed, with the help of that ES solution website, we need to basically map our customer journey depending on the call to action that they have taken. If they directly called us, what would be my call to action flow or a customer flow? If they filled in a price download form, what would be my customer journey flow? If they have just booked an appointment, what would be my customer journey flow? If they have come down to my location page, what would be my customer journey flow? So creating those multiple journey flows for them. So now they have given you a KISS metrics user flow. But before I discuss this KISS metrics user flow, I want to show you guys a video which you can actually relate for your own website. But what I'll do is I'll just share the link of this video as well for your reference for later purposes. And also if you're facing any audio issues, my request for to everyone would be just take a note of this video, and when they're showing this video, imagine your website instead of the website that they're showing. So it would be easy for you to imagine and reconstruct your website and completely map the user journey. It's, I think, approximately a good 12-minute video. So let's just watch it together. If there are any audio issues, simply click on the link and you can open that video in your window as well. I've shared it in the chat box.
Hey everybody, welcome back to video 3 of the 5-minute marketing makeover. I'm Donald Miller, CEO of...
So the idea here is, in within next 5 minutes, uh, this particular video will tell you what you can do to your website and basically creating that customer journey for yourself. So, and within 5 minutes, you will be able to understand and imagine it. You just need to put in your website instead of this website, what they're showing you right now.
Free brand. And in this video, I want to show you an example of a great website. You want to watch me go through this website and, of course, think about your own website. Think about edits, changes that you need to make everything sharper and more engaging for your customers. Right. We made up a company called.
Guys, is the audio clear for everyone? Just type in yes or no for the video. Saurabh, no. Somin, yes. What about others? Okay, not very loud, but I hope it's going together along with the screen. It's not lagging, Coyote. I would request you to kindly use your earplugs if you're not using one right now. Okay. Uh, Saurabh, what you can do is click on the link and open it into another window and mute this window that we are just playing. Okay, perfect. What about Manisha and others? Okay, not sure if others are active, but let's proceed.
Circuit e-bikes. Actually bought an e-bike last year. I'm having a blast on it. It's a lot of fun, so I'm into e-bikes right now. So we decided to create a website and try to sell you on e-bikes. Only you can't buy these e-bikes because these don't exist. We'll have to go find one. Anyway, in the header, it actually says, be the leader of the pack, right? That's the first thing that you read. And there's a picture of a bicycle. It kind of makes you want to get on a bicycle. The image is important. The image should make people want to use your product. So it should actually explain what the product is or show somebody the product being happy. The image matters. And then the header offers something. Now, you can offer some sort of value like save money, organize your time, those sorts of things. We offered what's called an aspirational identity. If you read my book, Building a Story Brand, or come to one of our live workshops, you'll understand the power of an aspirational identity. It's something that somebody wants to become that your brand can deliver. And with us, it was be the leader of the pack. And then we tell them exactly what we're selling. Get on a revolutionary new bike. And then, of course, in the top right, find a dealer. And then it's repeated again in the middle, find a dealer. There's no confusion about what we're offering. We're offering a bike. We're offering an aspirational identity. There's only one way to get on it. That's find a dealer. Notice in the header of this website, there's almost no clutter. There's not frequently asked questions, contact us, about, pictures of my cat, none of that. Why do you want to give people a bunch of really what you want them to do is buy your product. So I think as much of that as possible, you want to move all that clutter down to the junk drawer at the bottom of the website, make the header extremely clear. This delivers, there's no question. Then if I scroll down to the next section, I get into the cost or the negative aspect of what's happening to you because you're not using my products. We started with this vision of who you can be and what life can be like, and we moved right into but it ain't like that now, right? I mean, you're stuck in traffic, and life is too short to sit in traffic. Those of you who are familiar with the story brand framework, you know this is the philosophical problem. Remember that philosophical problem, those three levels of problems? We're hitting it right here. Life is too short. Traffic is no fun. Don't be held back. You were designed for more. And again, find a dealer. So it's important that you are offering resolve a problem. The only reason anybody's interested in your product is because you resolve a problem. You have to define that problem so that when people hear it, they go, ooh, man, I hate sitting in traffic. I sit in traffic every day. I probably waste 30 minutes sitting in traffic. And all these bikes are racing by me, and I could get on an e-bike and not even break a sweat and get through traffic. They're starting to imagine their problem resolved, and they can only resolve that problem if they buy your product. So you want to get this is called the cost or failure section if you listen to the last video. You want to get that in there. I like it second. That's subjective. You can put it anywhere you want. But I really like it second because it's the hook that hooks the fish when you talk about your customer's problem. Next, you want to position yourself as the guide. Again, if you've read the Building a Story Brand book, you know there are two ways to position yourself as a guide. The first is you express empathy. You care about your customer's problem, and you state that. I care. I don't want you to have to struggle with this. A guide cares. But then the guide also has authority. They demonstrate competency to solve their customers' problems. And so think about just the three sections we've covered on this website so far. We've given them a vision of their future. And then we said, but you don't have that vision right now. You don't have that future right now because you're stuck in traffic. But we are here to help. So I don't enter their story until section 3. Most companies enter their story right at the beginning. They say, we won all kinds of awards and we're amazing. And we've been here since 19. Well, I'm not thinking about you yet. I'm still thinking about me. The only way I'm going to start thinking about you is when you offer me a better life and you offer to resolve my problem. Well, now I'm interested in you. And even when I talk about myself, I basically am still talking about you. I care about you, and I'm competent to deliver a solution to your problem. Let's look at this. It says, we don't just care about bikes, we care about you. It's really that simple. You remember Bill Clinton when he ran for president? I feel your pain, right? He was just saying, look, I care. And it's incredibly important if we want to position ourselves as the guide in the customer's life. It's incredibly important that we empathize with them. And then we actually state why we are competent to deliver a solution to their problem. More than 20,000 happy riders, more than 5 million gallons of gas saved, more than 100,000 commute hours saved, all because people are on our bikes. So basically, we're saying, I care about you, and I know how to resolve your problem. I care about you, and I know how to get you out of this. That's the 1-2 punch that a guide has to deliver in order to position themselves in their customer's story. Well, let's go to the next section. This is where you want to get your products in. You want to actually say, well, here's how we can resolve your problems. And with this particular fictional company, there are 3 ways that you can get on an e-bike. There are 3 different bikes. For you, this might be the 3 different sections of your company, the 3 different divisions, if you will, or 4 or 5 or 6 different divisions. But all the divisions need to be able to resolve my problem in different ways, right? And so we've got bikes for males here, bikes for females, bikes for commuters, bikes for people who want to go mountain biking. The divisions of the company are going to go here. Then we're going to ask for the sale, but we know that when we ask for the sale, people tend to be resistant. And they're resistant because of what I said in the last video. There's a risk here. This is the first time in the process of getting to know you that I'm at risk. I'm vulnerable. I may lose money on this. I may lose time. I may get this bike and not like it, not be able to send it back, whatever. And so really you want to basically visually say on your website, hey, it's not difficult to work with us. You want to put what we call stones in the creek. If I ask you to hike into a creek with me and cross the creek, you're probably going to go, oh, I don't know, that looks deep and wet and cold and there's a waterfall downstream. I'm not going to do it. But if I say, look, we'll hit this rock, then this rock, then this rock, you're much more likely to cross that creek. That's what a plan does. This is the plan section of the website. The plan section gives you stones in the creek to make it much more likely that you will actually cross and engage our product. So how does it work with Circuit e-bikes? 1, get fitted. 2, choose a bike. 3, lead the pack. You won't believe how much more product you'll sell when you just give people 3 steps. Then we actually want to give them a lead generator. A lead generator is something that we can give them in exchange for their email address. And so that's going to be a lead generating PDF, it can be a webinar, it can be a video series. This is actually a lead generator, this course that you're watching. It's something of value that you're giving people in exchange for an email address. And that's really important because email marketing is huge. If you're not doing email marketing, you should definitely start. If you want to learn more about it, sign up for a Story Brand Live Marketing Workshop. We've got a whole section of the workshop devoted to helping you create a sales funnel and an email marketing campaign. We'd love to help you do that. But you want to start with a lead generator, something that gets their email address. An email address these days is worth a lot. In fact, I think it's worth between $10 and $15. What I mean by that is for somebody to give you their email address, they're going to be resistant to do that. It's about the equivalent of letting go of 10 or 15 bucks. That's actually great news. That means everybody who gives you that email address is a qualified buyer. So if somebody downloads this particular lead generator, 10 ways an e-bike will make and save you money, I know they are a qualified lead to buy an e-bike, and I can email them and keep reminding them that I exist, keep reminding them about how great e-bikes are, and get them to eventually buy an e-bike. So you want a lead generator on your website. And then what I think is the most important part of your website, that's the junk drawer. And the reason I think the junk drawer is so important is this is where everything that you thought was important goes, but it's actually not all that important. Job opportunities, frequently asked questions, contact us. Put contact us at the bottom of your website. Why? because people will scroll to find contact us. If you've got it at the top of the website, it's competing with the buy now button. You don't want things to compete with the buy now button. So stick all that stuff that you thought was important in the junk drawer at the bottom of the website. Now, there may be other parts to your website that you go, Dom, we need this section here. We can't. That's great. Stick those in there. These are just some sections of a website that we recommend. You can stick those sections in. But I would say the top 3 or 4 sections that I've highlighted here, make sure those are the top 3 or 4 sections on your website. Slide everything else down below. All that stuff that you've already got, all that text and paragraphs and all that stuff, slide that down below this and make sure as you introduce people to your products, you're slowly on-ramping them and planting seeds in their brain that are eventually going to grow up and make them want to buy your products. Well, hopefully I've got you excited about some of the.
So guys, how was the video? Did we all understand? What about others? Did it give you clarity? How things should be placed on a website? Yeah? Okay. I'll show you another video. So I've already shared the link of this video 3. Let's just watch video 2, which was actually supposed to be watched before video 3. It will give you a more better understanding in terms of a website, and then we should work on the next part of it, which is conversion rate optimization. Just click on video 2, Saurabh, if you're not able to watch video directly from my screen.
Hey everybody, welcome to video 2 of the 5-minute marketing makeover. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 things your website should include. And the very first thing we all have to know about our website is it has to pass the grunt test. What do I mean by the grunt test? I mean this. I mean, if I took a laptop and opened it up to your website, and I put it in the lap of a caveman sitting in a cave, I mean, just a primitive caveman can hardly use language, can this caveman answer 3 questions? And those questions are, what do you offer? How will it make my life better? And what do I need to do to buy it? What do you offer? How will it make my life better? And what do I need to do to buy it? Those are the questions that the human brain is asking as soon as it goes to your website. So think about just the header on your website, that part that pops up above the fold whenever you open up your laptop. Does it answer those 3 questions? If it doesn't, I think you are losing sales every day. Here's a great example of a website that just makes no sense. It looks beautiful, but my designer laid out a website, and we didn't want to make fun of a real company, so we kind of made up a fake company here. But I guarantee you, I've looked at 1,000 websites that are just this bad. Look at the header. It says, your journey starts here. What does that mean? Your journey starts here doesn't actually mean anything. And then there's just some adjectives: artisan, innovative, solutions. You're not telling me what problem you solve. You're not telling me what you offer. You're not telling me how it can make my life better. And you're definitely not telling me what I need to do to buy it. In fact, you just say learn more and get started. Neither of those are very strong calls to action. And then the top right real estate of the website, which is your dominant real estate. That's where you want to ask for the sale. Buy now, schedule an appointment, talk to a representative. We've got the words here, why start? Well, why start indeed? We can do a lot better than that. Let's go through 5 things that I think should be on every website. Some of these websites are actually StoryBrand alumni. They've come to our live marketing workshop and overhauled their marketing, and it's done incredibly well. This is David Molnar. He's a photographer, and he has some courses to help you become a better photographer. But look what his website says on the header: become the photographer everyone is jealous of. That he tells you what he offers. He offers you becoming a better photographer. And then he says, what's in it for you? How will your life be better? Everybody's going to be jealous of you. He doesn't want that. And then he keeps going, join over 10,000 students who are becoming great photographers. It's very clear from his website that he offers help becoming a great photographer. It passes the grunt test. I know that I need to click start here to get going. So think about your header above the fold. Is it simple? Is the image on your website communicating something about your product or some sort of offer? Is the language easy to read and easy to understand? Or are you getting cute and clever? I want to tell you something. Cute and clever don't sell products. Clarity sells products. Pass the grunt test. What do you offer? How will it make my life better? What do I need to do to buy it? The second thing you need on your website is a strong call to action. A lot of companies, amazingly, they aren't asking their customers to buy something. I mean, they have language like learn more and get started and things like that. You really want to be strong. You want to give people something to accept or reject. And this should be positioned on your website, definitely in the top right, as I talked about just a second ago. That's the dominant real estate on your website. The eye moves in a Z pattern from left side to right side, back across the middle, and then across the bottom. So it bounces off that top right. There needs to be one obvious button to press. And when I say obvious, I mean it needs to be larger, it needs to be a different color. And I would say put it in the top right and then repeat it in the middle of the header. This is the best coffee you've ever made, is what they're offering. And we see the obvious button to press there down in the middle is the subscribe button. We know that's what they want me to do. Don't be passive aggressive about selling. You're kind of passive and say things like learn more and get started. And you think you're being polite, right? We think we're not bothering our customers. What's really happening is our customers kind of listening to us going, I don't think these people actually believe in their product. I don't think it will, they think it will solve my problem, right? We want to be very strong, certainly on our website, asking for the sale. The third thing you want on your website is you want some element of failure. And by failure, I really mean, what's it going to cost me to not buy your product? If there's no stakes in the game here, if nothing in my life will be lost if I don't buy your product, I have no reason to buy your product. So you got to spell out, if you go with the competition, you could be disappointed, you could be charged more, you could get a product that you don't like, or if you don't buy this product at all, you could gain weight, you could be unhealthy. What is going to happen if I don't buy your product? This is one of our alumni, and in this section of the website, this says, doesn't your dog deserve their best life? Have you ever worried about leaving your dog? Have you been searching for a pet care facility you can trust? Do you long to understand your dog better so you can become closer? Did you know that keeping your dog clean and feeding a good diet determines their health for a lifetime? Most dog owners struggle with these same questions. You're not alone, and we're here to help. So they're identifying a problem or some failure that could happen if you don't buy this product. And this is really the magnetism. Some of you have played with rare earth magnets. Those are those really strong magnets, right? And they kind of want to come together like this. When we talk about the potential failure our client is going to experience, or when we talk about the problem that we help them solve, that's the attraction that they have to our brain. And so I love the idea of the headers up top talking about something very positive. And right under the header, there's just a section that says, well, your life doesn't look like that now, does it? I mean, it's heading toward failure and things can go really bad. That is what hooks our customers into the story that we're inviting them to as a brand. Fourth, we need to do the opposite. We need to actually identify what their life can look like if they do buy our product. We need to paint elements of success. We need to show them, hey, you can be happy. Your roof doesn't have to leak. Your yard can look great. You can feel really healthy. Your business can make more money. All those things will happen if you buy our product. So now we've put stakes in the game. Something bad will happen if you don't buy our product, but something great will happen if you do. That leads people to be very interested in whatever it is we're selling. We need to have a section on our website spelling out the value and the benefits that you get if you buy our product. And fifth, we need a plan. A plan is just, in the simplest of terms, I get way more into this in the Building a Story Brand book. It can go further, but in the simplest of terms, since we only have a few minutes here on this, you need to give your customers 3 steps in order to engage your product. Because at this point in the story, think about it. We've piqued their interest to finding something they want up in the header. And then we said, life's going to look bad if we don't move on this. If you don't engage my product, terrible things could happen. But it doesn't have to. Life can be really, really great, right? We've invited them into the story, and they're interested. I mean, we're kind of in a relationship with them at this point, but they're not going to place an order. And the reason they're not going to place an order is because this is the first time in this whole story you're inviting me into that I'm at risk. I mean, I have to put some money down. I have to spend some time. I have to engage, right? That is a big risk. So they're not going to take that risk unless you make it look really easy to do business. And then they go, this is awfully easy. So if you say, step one, we're going to have a session where we analyze your goals. Step two, I'm going to give you a custom strategy. Step three, I'm going to help you execute the strategy so that you see results. That makes it seem a lot easier to do business with you. You'd be amazed at the power of breaking down the process of doing business with you in just a few steps. This is Misto Box. They mail coffee right to your door, and the first thing they do is select the coffee, then the coffee is roasted, and then they ship the coffee to you. Now, probably if you sat and spent a minute thinking about coffee delivered to your door, you would know, well, of course that's what they do. But because they spell it out, they make the process seem very simple and very easy. It makes more sense. And they will increase engagement with their brand because they spelled it out as a plan. Listen, you're probably wondering how all this fits together. Well, in the next video, I'm actually going to show you a website that we...
So yeah, guys, did it make sense for everyone? And were you able to imagine your website when he was trying to explain how to place things onto a particular platform? Okay, so great. So in this example now, what in front of you, so Kissmetrics is basically a platform that does the analytics for a particular website. Now take the video into picture that I've just shown to you, and just see the flow of the particular website now, and let's see if it matches, or it does a better job, or does a poorer job as compared to that. So when anyone is coming to your platform, these are the possible sources that they can come from. They can come directly, they can come through referral websites, through search platforms, social platforms, mails, and display. So these are the various sources for a particular traffic. So let's just say people are coming from search platforms, that is accounting to 42.12% of the total traffic. People coming from search platforms, and out of that 99% is organic traffic and 0.09% is paid traffic. Of this 42%, 99% is organic and 0.09 is paid traffic. So once they enter into your blog, this is what they see. Okay, if you see the very first headline here, it says Google Analytics tells you what's happening on your platform. Kissmetrics sorry, Kissmetrics tells you who is doing it. On the very first line, it clearly distinguishes the difference. So anyone who has used Google Analytics before in the session here? Anyone? Oh, okay, perfect. So guys, if you've used it, so you know what reports Google Analytics will give you. Ankush, don't worry. Once you are done with the rest of the modules, there's a module for Google Analytics as well. So Google Analytics will give you the traffic behavior, but they would never give you user data. Am I correct? They'll only give you the behavior of a user, use different users on your website. So this is what they've just addressed in line 1. So imagine anyone who's coming to a platform, basically Kissmetrics platform, sees this in the header section. Will it solve the query for him? What is the difference between Google Analytics and Kissmetrics? The reason here, where they have mentioned here, is Google Analytics is a free platform. Google Analytics does not charge you anything for giving you reports, but obviously Kissmetrics is a paid platform. Why would someone sign up for Google Analytics? They have actually given it into the very first headline. So if you are the one who's looking for people coming to your platform and you want to know who are they, do you think this is the platform for you? Would you by seeing this query, this particular statement, would that query be answered for you? Okay. Now, once you are on this particular platform, now check the number of call to actions or lead generation uh, mediums they have right now. So number one here is your website, log in with Google. Number two, number three, number four. I've got four different call to action buttons on a single page and in a single view. So let's see the entry points. So if someone clicks on this one, they would have to fill all this information. This is the user flow. It will ask for the name, company name, website, call, phone number, email address, and obviously if you want to create a password here. That's the very first customer flow for this particular call to action button. Okay. And once you have this, the next stage you will be redirected to this place wherein they will give you a tracking code that you are required to place on your website, and it clearly says install the JavaScript above your Google Analytics tracking code. So all those who said who have used GA Google Analytics before, you need to place a code on your website. You understand that in the theme editor section. Yeah, all you need to do is once you have created an account on Kissmetrics, this is the code that is required to be placed. This was for the one form that you had to fill. That was the one call to action. Let's say if you click on the second option, which is fill up this particular email for free email updates, this is the call to action that you will receive. So as soon as you fill this, this is what you will receive. Because if you see here guys correctly, this form had the first name option and your email. Once you have filled it, this is something that you will receive which will have last name now. They're not again asking for a first name. They're only asking for your last name, your business email, your company email, your company size, your company website, and your phone. And if you want to see was these the details in the very first form as well, ideally yes. Obviously it was not first name last name, it was your name. Definitely they asked for a company name, company website, phone number, email, and password. And this is again they're asking you to on a second call to action button. And this is the mail that you will receive once you have just signed up. Okay, let's see the third one, which is registration for a webinar. There you go. That's the third set of form. Again, name, last name, email, name, company size, business type, company website, phone number, and would you like for a demo or not. And let's see the fourth one, which is read the blog post one. Once you have read the blog post, they're sending you an email which says the next step of learning about our referral programs is you can see the webinar or you can simply download our marketing funnel book, ebook. So with one screenshot, you could see multiple call to actions here. You could see multiple call to actions. And depending on the kind of call to action that you have taken, the customer journey has been differentiated. But at the end, all are coming to one place where they're just taking all possible customer details and then re-engaging them with different set of content pieces. Clear for everyone? Any doubts? Okay. So once you have actually downloaded this particular list, it clearly says Google Analytics tells you what, Kissmetrics tells you who, and it says start your free 14-day trial today. Simply click on login with Google. So once you have logged in, this is the user flow that you receive. They want to give you case studies, if you want to view case studies or not. Once you are into it, then obviously the email flow would start from there on. Once the sign up is completed, that's the very first email that you receive, which is talking about a welcome message. Once you have checked the welcome message, opened the welcome message, next is this particular mail with a subject line, track what's important. Within 15 minutes, Kiss Metrics can help you see how your business is doing. So it's now they are basically pursuing you again and again and pushing you toward a paid subscription. That's the next mail, simply stating the simple question that produces profound results if you asked it. So anyone who's basically created that event, after that he's receiving a mail simply saying the question that produces profile. We're talking about results now. Another mail about results. That's the relationship email, which has a simple subject line, how to make your email open click through rates skyrocket. So all those people who have actually signed up on this would actually be interested into email marketing as well. They're giving them more and more content around it and case studies around it. Anyone who clicks on these obviously goes again to a blog section of Kiss Metrics. That's another relationship email where you're not taking any action on Kiss Metrics. They're only saying keep me into your contact file so that the mails do not land into spam folder. That's basically how you push people towards getting into a paid model of their product. Is that journey completely clear for everyone that we just showed you in terms of an email? And before that, obviously we discussed about the website flow. Perfect, guys. So the idea here is basically influencing a user behavior, making them take an action, giving them opportunity and removing their concerns. This is how you influence them, telling them about the opportunity and removing their concerns. So this particular email, when you see here, it says your Kiss Metrics tracking code has been installed. What do we want to do next? Once the tracking code has been installed, these are various possible options that they've given you. Introduction to events, how to track the visits to a URL, how to track clicks, how to track forms, how to track events and properties and other things. These could be various things that one would have in their mind once they've installed the code. So you have removed their concern from here by addressing these issues. Various trigger points in last 4 days, last 5 days, in last 10 days. How many people actually came to your platform? What kind of reports were there onto your platform? And things like that. So these are various triggers. And then finally slightly pushing them towards buying their product. How? If you see here, it clearly says you have only got 13 days remaining on your trial. If you keep on want to viewing these reports, you need to come and sign up here. If these reports are useful for you, if you're able to generate more revenue, if you're able to increase your conversion rate with the help of these reports, all you need to do is come up and sign up for a paid plan with us. So it clearly says here start with a full stack membership. And if you need help with it, just click on this button. Okay. So guys, just tell me, whenever you create a website design or whenever you send an email, or what do you think, whenever a marketer does that, are they actually sure before sending an email what is actually working for them and what is not? Before actually publishing a campaign, before actually publishing a landing page or sending an email, are they really sure that this would work for them or not? What do you think is the level of understanding before they actually make anything live? I'm even talking about myself. Let's say if I start working on a new project today, can I be really sure whatever design I have created, whatever content I have sent to a user, is it actually working or not? The answer is no. The answer is no. But what do I do to answer that particular question? The answer is really simple. We do A/B testing. We do A/B testing. Any idea what is A/B testing? Any idea what is A/B testing? Two different test mails communications. Okay, trying different emails and see best response. We test through two different scenarios to check which one is better. Two different set of audience. Perfect. So absolutely correct. We create two or more different versions of our same content. So let's say if when we create an email, we try two different subject lines on an email. That's an example of A/B testing. We try different content in the body with same subject lines, two different content in the subject body. Third example, trying different call to action in different set of an email. When I say content, not only text content, even image or a video content in two or more different formats. Same in case of a landing page, creating two or more set of landing pages and then trying it out there. Whichever is performing actually better, we take the winning version and continue with our campaign with the rest of it. We only pick up the winning version out of it and then move it on to the next level. So that's the way how we do it. So this week's assignment would majorly be around A/B testing. How do you do A/B testing, and what are the different ways of A/B testing? Even the audience part, yes, Saurabh. We can try it on a different set of audience. What is working for a particular set of audience? That's also part of A/B testing. You're correct. Okay. So in this particular format, what we are saying is the conversion game. How does it work? Move people forward in an incremental commitments, as in don't actually tell them just to buy the product. So when I showed you the example in today's session in the starting, for digital vidya or any other training institute, did you see that micro and macro conversions were incremental? So imagine you coming down to my platform, let's say digital vidya website, and the only thing if I tell you on the particular website is sign up for the program now, how many would you have of you would have actually signed up? Just pay the fees now. Anyone? You come to my platform, you see the website, and the only call to action button is pay the fees now. How many would you have actually signed up for it? Okay, Vidyashri, no. Even Coyote, no. Saurabh, no. What about others? Rest, yes. Almost 9 other people. If the only call to action was you can view the content right now and pay the fees, ideally everyone know. Perfect. So the commitment level should be incremental, and you should only be asking for payment once all the concerns are over for a particular client, or even not over, they are reduced, and you've given them enough triggers to take an action. As in, it can be an offer or a discount, or let's say a sale that is ending soon, and things like that. So it has to be incremental. It can't be okay, you've viewed my content, now pay for it. It can never be that way. Okay, so next slide, now they're trying to show patterns of engaging website visitors, different patterns. So you can have a header where you can ask people for an email address, different, grab your seat, that's another example. Pattern 3, write better emails, and if someone clicks here they end up filling up a form. Multiple call to actions. What they're trying to say is top of the page, you all you need to do is ask for key information. So if you saw that video that we just discussed in the session, what did Donald Miller say? It's very important in the top drawer of the website. You should only be asking for a direct call to action. As in, if you're selling something, it should be a buy now button. If it's a lead generation website, you should only be talking about lead generation there. Even pop-up works in a great pattern, but pop-ups have two possibilities there. There are some bad points, there are some good points. So there are different variations of pop-ups, but there are pros and cons. It actually makes a user experience poorer, but all those websites who have used pop-ups, these are some case studies listed down. It says Social Media Examiner says there are almost 300% increase on a daily opt-ins by when people are using pop-ups. Even Famous Blogger says 400% boost. Stay on Search got 300% better results. Dragon Blogger got 17 opt-ins in a week compared to 2 in a week before. So they've given you various case studies. Definitely, it actually makes the user experience poorer, but in terms of conversion on a website, it actually improves it. So pop-ups is something that you can try on a platform. So you can basically delay a showing in pop-up. Let's say someone who's into your website, and let's say you can try different variations. Someone who's been on your website for more than 30 seconds, then the pop-up arrives, or minimum they've visited 2 or 3 different pages, then the pop-up arrives, and things like that. Or let's say if they're visiting website on a, let's say, second day or a third day, then the pop-up comes in. You can try in different parameters for pop-ups. Then there are pop unders. I'm sure what you understand what are pop unders. So when you're reading some content, something from sound erupts like a chat window or a thing like that. So once they have read it, then the chat window the pop-up comes in. That's basically called pop under. Then inside article call to actions. So whenever you're reading content, this happens on a lot of news websites. I'm sure you have seen that. Anyone who's experienced it? Inside article CTS. So whenever you're reading a blog piece or a news piece, they in between the news article they ask you for a email ID and maybe any other information. So that's sometimes because of the locked content. So that's called content locking. Um that actually happens in articles where, let's say it's a 500 word article. After 200 words, if you keep on to reading on that particular article, they ask you to give an email ID. And once you share your email ID, then only you are able to read the complete article on it. So that's called locked content. As in where a particular viewer is hooked to the piece of content, they would easily be giving away that particular email ID or a name or a phone number contact information to you. That's called content locking. So inside article CTA, sidebar CTA. Again, once you are on a landing page, from the sidebar, a particular CTA pop up, or it keeps on scrolling down. There are various tools that you can use for creating these call to action buttons. They're in front of you: e-bounce exchange, pop nomination, or this subscriber magnet. The idea is be innovative. So for example, when you're showing some customers on a particular website, then ask for an email address. If you see here in the box here, it says get a series of 5 videos with interesting examples on social media usage, how these particular brands have used social media. And if you're interested in viewing how they are using it, all you need to do is give a email address. So signing up for demo sessions, signing up for webinars, again getting an ebook downloaded, that's an idea of getting a lead. So that only talking about multiple call to actions and how do you leverage from it, and then from there on creating that customer journey. I think we've discussed enough examples there, I guess. So let's discuss about the conversion oriented landing pages, which you have already seen in the video. uh, it says conversion oriented designs are some commonly asked question which we saw in the video by Donald Miller right now. What is it? Is it for me? How much does it cost? What's the risk involved from me? And what's the next step? Are the landing pages answering these questions? So when it talked about the grunt test, so these are some commonly asked questions. What is the opportunity available for me? Is it even for me? We talk about the opportunity here. How much does it cost? Obviously, that's a concern. Are they ready to pay? What kind of risks are involved if I just pay for it? Are you going to refund my money if I don't like your services in next 30 days, or is it free for 30 days? What's the next step? As in, you talk about the customer journey from there, where you talked about in the video. What are those 3 steps involved? Then we talk about if open any landing page and do a real-time analysis. So you can basically in the activity, what you need to do here is you can open a particular landing page. So let me open this page that I was just showing you for one of the clients. If you see this landing page, and now imagine the video that you were watching of Donald Miller, I've tried to create it as close to it as possible. It has a clearer call to action which says call us, fill in the details here. If you're not, okay. We talked about our product. We're talking about different types of products. We're addressing the pricing issue. We're talking about where they can find us near their place. Because what we researched about it, when we were creating this landing page, a lot of people, when they come down to search engine platforms, uh, and search for this particular product, they type, let's say, hearing aid center near me keyword. That's a really high search keyword. The reason here is they really want to have a clinic near their place. And if you don't have this section on our landing page, we're ideally missing out a lot of traffic because they're not sure if they're ready to buy it online. What we are saying is we are available near your place. We're talking about review section, people who are actually bought this product, what has been their change in their life, about actual customer journeys and the reviews that they shared. We're talking how does it work, how it works, what's the procedure here. We talk about the 4-step journey: book an appointment, consult an audiologist, get a free trial, nothing involved till here till money. Once you are here, you can reclaim your hearing aid, your hearing. And even the customer understands it, he's not getting it for free. If you see here, we're not even asking for any money in this particular process. We're saying free appointment, free consultation, free trial, and reclaim your hearing. And we're saying free aftercare services once you have bought the product. We're not saying pay us at all. So guys, how much would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 seeing this particular landing page, assuming that you require this particular product? Just rate us on one scale of 1 to 10. And also we're talking about different brands here. One being the lowest and 10 being the highest. Seeing this particular landing page, assuming that you are a customer, just rate us who require this particular product. Okay, Saurabh, what about others? Kayode, Surja, Somin, Manisha. Okay, 8 out of 10. Even with the Shri 8. Okay, Somin 9. Perfect. After the booking, I would go for 8. Okay. So all those who's given us 9 or 8, just want to understand the 2 points or the 1 point that you have not given us. What is it that we can include here? I would appreciate what we can include in this particular page for us to achieve a 10 rating. There would be a reason. That's the reason you've given us 8. What is missing? A catchy phrase. Okay, Surja. So if I see here in the very first section, Suja, we have mentioned here powerful hearing aid for clear hearing, reclaim hearing with powerful hearing aids. Okay, money back guarantee, money back guarantee if they don't like the product. Okay, I'll take down these pointers and let's see. We'll try out that version as well. What about others? Manisha, you've given us 8. Even with Dishri, what would work here? That would give us 10. Trial videos as in for a customer. Okay, video testimonials. Perfect, Saurabh. Actually, we are working on that part as of now, but great. Perfectly pointed out. Perfect. Anything else? So if you have a catchy phrase, if you have a money back guarantee, like a label out there and some videos, 3 points. Anything else? Okay. Now I'll show you another example here. So anyone who basically fills up this particular form, from yesterday onwards, we have tried something new. So if you see someone who's clicked on download pricing, they're only filling their name, they're only giving us a 10-digit number, and when they click on download, an SMS is sent to them. What after? Coyote, we have actually mentioned it here. If you see, although it's not much highlighted, but great point, we can actually move on from there. It says free aftercare services from us. So what I was just showing you, what we have done is someone who's filled in this download pricing form, they receive an SMS with a link from where they can download the ebook for different brands and along with the pricing. And soon after that, within 5 minutes, they receive another SMS which clearly says if you're looking at discounts or offers on these particular prices, fill up this particular form. And once they basically click on that particular form, what kind of uh, form opens up for them is, I'll just show it to you. Just a second. There you go. Something that we started yesterday itself. So this form opens up in front of them on a mobile device. It's simple Google form which has some questions. What are you looking for? Basically, who are you looking is hearing it for? Next question is, does this person already have an hearing aid? How important is an invisible hearing aid design for you? What is preventing you from buying an hearing aid? Please tell us your income group. How much are you earning as of now? And then finally, again your mobile number, your name, your email ID. So tell me, anyone who fills up this particular form after downloading that pricing, how much likely are they to get converted? Percentage. How likely are they to get converted once they've given us all this information? If you're able to give them a good offer, obviously, that's the best price in the market. So guys, I'll tell you, since yesterday, there are approximately 4 to 5 responses that have got filled. Yes, since yesterday. And we have sold 3 already. So this is how we classify our leads or a particular data set into two different sections, which is marketing qualified lead and sales qualified lead. Anyone who's filling up this particular form is a really high potential lead for us, which are basically SQLs, sales qualified leads. So if you're ready to give them an offer which no one can meet, or we're at par with the market, trust me, you see a highest rate of conversion from there. So this is basically how we want to work on our conversion rate optimization. This is something that we did yesterday itself, and we are able to sell three products already out of the five. We have received 5 responses into this. Okay. So yeah, again, some examples that they've shown. What is it that you can do in basically increasing your conversion rate optimization? We will talk about value proposition. We can give product explanations. You can give screenshot, which I just asked you what all we can get in this particular landing page, which will make our score from 8 or 9 to move towards 10. And something that we've already discussed, I think, in the video section as well. They've given a case study for Instagram value proposition. Why would you want to download Instagram? This is way back when Instagram started. This is about a company called Mixpanel. What's the value proposition? Unbounce again, value proposition. It's really important to talk about the value proposition. What is it that you're offering and what value does it contain for a person who's viewing that content? Again, same screenshots, Instagram, Unbounce. So it says go extra length when required, when needed. Over an email or maybe onto your platform, it says a screenshot from Crazy Egg. The astonishing power of eye tracking technology without high costs, as in go that extra mile in offering that discount. How many of you have heard about heat maps? Anyone? What are heat maps? Anyone? Do we all understand? So yeah, only Saurabh. Okay, Surja, even Coyote. So guys, all those who don't understand what's a heat map is something which tells you which position of a particular landing page or an email is getting more and more hits or heat. As in, for example, if I open a particular landing page, which position of a particular, let's say I open this particular page, how many people are actually coming down to my header section, how many are here, how many are going here, how many are going on multiple call to action, which section of a particular page are they visiting more or spending their time more on. So whichever position is more, that's basically getting red in that particular map. Whichever is cold is actually yellow. So heat map actually tells you what is working for you, what is not working for you. Yep. I think we've already discussed all these examples in that video as well. There are much case studies available. If you want to have a look in the presentation, you can really go here and have a look at it. And if there's something extra, is it for me? Speak the language. I think I already discussed use customers, world of view. Again, discussed about the grunt test and everything. Sample profiles, obviously, we talked about uh, the review sections and things like that that are required in a particular landing page, which actually helps a customer take that leap. Analyze for me. Again, cost. Convincing them about the cost. Increases. Yep, that's it. I think we're done. Related concerns. Create similarity. Talking about social proof. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Wherein you guide the customer, how does it work? Dum, 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 dum. Yep, that's it. So guys, any doubts in today's session before I start with the assignment, or is it all clear? So that video actually summarized everything of Donald Miller, whatever was there in this particular session towards the end of the examples. Okay, in that case, I'll just share the form link uh, for the feedback form. Just guys fill it. Meanwhile, I'll just open the assignment for this week. Once you are just type in a done message and we'll discuss the assignment and then we are good to go. So I'm just waiting for everyone for a done message and okay, Saurabh. Okay, Vidyashri, Ankush. Pulkit, Manisha, Kayode, Surja. Perfect. So, okay, that's the assignment for this week, guys. You need to create an account on HubSpot. Okay, Somin, thanks. Uh, anyone who's already got an account on HubSpot? So it's like Zoho, guys, that I just showed you the platform that I showed you in Zoho. So HubSpot is a mini a CRM platform that helps you create a lot of things. It helps you do email marketing, helps you create landing pages, see customer journey in terms of CRM and things like that. All you need to click here is get HubSpot free. Get started for free. Okay. Sign up for a free version. Then you need to create an email in HubSpot. Create an A/B testing version into it. As in, you need to create. Okay, Manisha. No worries. Just watch the video later for the assignment. Create two sets of emails with different subject lines, different set pieces of content, and test it on a piece of audience. Similarly, create landing pages, two set of landing pages for your business. You can pick up any business for this particular activity. Just watch how to create a landing page on HubSpot 30-minute video, and then create two sets of landing pages. Put an A/B testing version of it, and obviously it says multivariate testing on landing page, as in try different call to actions. Let's say call us, download now, reach us, fill in the form, submit your query, subscribe. So you need to try multiple call to action on a single landing page. That's it. This is this week's assignment. You need to create email and you need to create landing pages, A/B testing versions of it, test it, and put the screenshots here. Okay, guys. You will be able to do it. You obviously you would be required to send it to a set of audience. So get dummy data from, let's say, from your Google contacts, 20-30 people, and then test it basically. Or if you've done other modules, I'm sure you know how to create a set of database using social media or search engine platforms. Try and use that. You require dummy data for that. So I mean, okay. So guys, is it clear for everyone? Any questions? Else we're done for the day. And next week is our last session. Um we will talk about scoring, lead scoring. Okay. All right. See you next week, 10 a.m. Thanks, guys.